but I'm not really sure what's the biggest reason. I'm thinking it's her actions more than anything. That's what I'm thinking.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I don't really think he's that hung up on the whole aunt thing. He's like, fuck it, we wasn't raised together.
I don't know, but John's from the north, and that's kind of, I don't think they're really into fucking with your family.
They're not that into it, but I don't think they that opposed to it either, because they're right next door to the true north, where they get down with the goats and sheep and everything else. So
yeah, but they think the fucking wildlings are crazy anyway. Yeah, wildlings, they don't care what the fucking wildlings do. Well, the next scene is Tyrion pleading with Daenerys to call off the attack if the bells ring. And I noticed something, that Dany, in this whole scene, she never looks at Tyrion. You know, young Obama is in the back. She looks at him, and when Tyrion says, you know, if the bells ring, you know, call off the attack, she looks at Grey Worm and nods her head. And I think they already had a plan. She says, wait for me outside the city and you'll know when it's time.
Yeah.
And she never looks at Tyrion. She only looks at Obama, no one else. But she says, by the way, Jaime's been captured, and she's basically setting Tyrion up. I think she knows, you know, he's going to go try to help him.
Yeah.
I was surprised that Tyrion kind of took the bait on that.
Yeah. Tyrion's been, he's been pushing the envelope for quite a long time. And
I mean, she just burned Varys. Like,
right.
Come on.
Yeah, he sealed his fate with that one.
Yeah, I don't know if he cares. He asked Davos if he's still smuggling, and of course Davos, this motherfucker never gets dirty. He's like, yeah, well, you know, hey, what, I'm not gonna like this, am I?
No.
So, but he's basically like, Tyrion's like, I need to keep my bloodline alive. And Arya and the Hound are in King's Landing, and Arya's like, you know, I'm with the Winterfell Bureau of Investigation. You know, my assignment here is to kill Cersei. And she like said that to the guards, and they're like, what the fuck? And then they just the guards on this show are always really stupid. They're the worst guards. Game of Thrones has the worst guards. They do. The guards, like, always, like, they're the worst guards. They need much better guards. In Winterfell, they need better guards. In King's Landing, because you can always just kind of walk by the guards. They're like those little Gamorrean guards on Return of the Jedi that they're just so easy to throw a rock one way and you just walk past them.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you don't even need the Force to do the Jedi mind trick on them. You
don't need the Jedi mind trick.
No, just let me in. They be like, okay, let them in.
I mean, even the next scene, Tyrion, you know, speaking broken Spanish to the Unsullied guards, and they're like, man, you know, and I know all my Spanish-speaking friends know what this is like when someone's coming up to there and they're butchering the Spanish. They're like saying all the wrong things with all the wrong adjectives, and they're like, look, we speak the common tongue. You ain't got to try to speak Spanish.
Well, you know, the Unsullied are Dominicans anyway, really.
They're Dominicans?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. They're Dominican. I've never thought of what the Unsullied were. I thought they were. Yeah, I have no idea. I never really thought about their nationality. I've only seen one of them. I never see the faces of the other.
Young Obama's the only one we need. He's Dominican. Look at him. He's Dominican. Okay. He's black Dominican.
He's Dominican.
Yeah, he plays baseball and everything.
He's Cuban now. He's playing baseball. He's Dominican. Stupid. Of course, Tyrion and Jaime, the Casterly Rock Bottom boys, they reunite. And I thought, you know, every scene that those two do together is usually pretty good. So I thought that was a really good scene between Tyrion and Jaime. And I think those two actors, they really have good chemistry.
They do. They really, that whole big brother, little brother thing, like, they got that shit. That's really believable. They really pull it off.
And a lot of people were saying that was an emotional. A lot of people said that scene almost made him cry. You know, you're the only one who didn't treat me like a monster.
Yeah,
you were all I had. I've heard from a lot of people like, man, that was touching right there, man.
That's why got me. I understand why Tyrion let Jaime go, especially since he's returned the favor where, you know, Jaime did the same thing. And
Jaime let him go.
Yeah, let him go and help him to escape. So I get it. But at the same time, I was like, I understand why you did it, bro. But this is your death warrant. You just signed it right here.
But as much as I understand why he helped Jaime and let him go, I didn't understand it because when Jaime let him go, Varys helped him get out of the country, and he snitched on Varys and got him killed. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah,
well, I mean, Varys has done his share of snitching too.
That's all. That's Varys' job, man.
So don't act like Varys is. he kind of Littlefinger-esque with his shit too.
But
So
remember, Varys put Tyrion in the box and smuggled him out of town.
yeah, I know he did, but he also didn't speak up for Tyrion at the trial.
Hey, he couldn't do nothing to try.
So I mean, that's it. One minute he'll stab you in the back, and the next minute he'll take you to the ER and drop you off.
It's stupid.
That's Varys.
And I thought Tyrion was tripping. I mean, you want Jamie and Cersei to escape and go Life of Pi, sit on a boat and just drift until they reach Pentos. There's going to be a tiger, a monkey. There's going to be a whole bunch of, I didn't know that was a great plan. And I'm thinking Cersei's not going to live on the lamb like that.
No.
There's no White Zinfandel.
She couldn't if she wanted to. She ain't built like that. The way her checking her havens is set up, it ain't going to work.
Now we move in Cersei's armies and the citizens of King's Landing and the Iron Fleet. Everybody's preparing. Everybody knows it's coming. And I'm thinking closing the windows and putting up duct tape is not going to help. This is not a hurricane season. Like everybody's closing their windows, closing their blinds. What's that going to do? I was really like, everybody's closing their windows, locking their door. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all really haven't been paying attention or listening to the rumors in the streets. Y'all haven't been paying attention to none of the rumors in the streets.
None.
No.
The
Darth Hound and Arya walking into the Octagon in King's Landing. I mean, the Hound's got his hood up. He's looking like Darth Maul. He look like he's ready. He's ready for smoke.
He's ready. Yeah, oh yeah. He's like, this game ball's been 10 years in the making.
He's ready for the smoke. And of course, I got a golden ticket. Jamie Lannister is denied access to Willy Wonka's red key, even though Darth Hound and Arya got it, and he thought showing his little golden hand was going to let him in.
Yeah.
And it's not.
And
here's the part, I know you were talking about direction, but if you listen really closely, they're playing a slow jam version of the Reigns of Castamere.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you see Euron looking for a fly ball like he's in the outfield. How they're looking at like, oh, it's fly ball.
Right.
And all of a sudden, like if you watch really carefully, you can definitely see something, but it's right behind the sun.
Yeah.
And it is Drogon going kamikaze dive straight down with this. And Drogon is on one. He destroys the Iron Fleet and he boils water for his human hot dogs later. I mean, he's boiling water and blowing up boats. I mean, boat after boat after boat. I mean, he's in the Matrix. He's ducking arrows. They can't hit Drogon for shit.
No.
Drogon, like in 15 seconds, knocks out all of them.
All of them.
Meanwhile, young Obama's at the gate banging Mask Off by Future. Mask off. Mask off. Mask off. I want him to see me coming. All the Unsullied got their masks on. He does not. And then the Golden Company, these suckers, they come out there, act like they ready for it. They out, on the little horse, and they got their little swords and everything. But that gate explodes behind them, and they start running like a water faucet.
Kaboom! I mean, look who just stepped in the room.
Kyle, they don't even wait. They run so fast. I'm like, man, what? The Golden Company was whack, man.
Yeah, they were whack.
I mean, the troops at the border wall failed to stop the Dothraki Unsullied caravan. The caravan is getting in.
That's how the sellswords are, though, man. Most of them, like they did the same thing to Stannis, man. Remember? They were sneaking out in the middle of the night and stuff. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, sellswords ain't shit. Drogon was worth his weight in gold. Drogon was worth his weight in gold. The Golden Company wasn't worth one gold dragon. I mean, they are sorry.
Yeah. No heart.
Harry Strickland, the little leader of them, he entered the game, and Harry Strickland left the game because young Obama is speared him in the back. I mean, when I really look at it, Samwell Tarly killed more people than the Golden Company.
Yep.
I mean, there's like 12 Dothrakis, and they're running through the Lannister army like prunes in your bowels. I mean, Dothrakis, that's what they like. The Dothraki, they love a good raid.
The open field. Yeah.
Yelling, knocking down kids, picking up winches for later.
Yeah.
They're in their glory. This is what they like. They think Drogon's just a horse that can fly. They're like, yeah, this is our shit. And I mean, led by a literal spear chucker, the immigrants began doing exactly what all the King's Landing conservatives have feared. Like, they're going to take our jobs. They're going to take our women. They're going to kill everybody. And Cersei is standing in the window like she's waiting for Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking, this is your plan? And Gargamel is like, well, your grace, the Iron Fleet is gone. And she's like, all we need is one good shot. And
but
Gargamel looks at her
like they've destroyed all the Gargamel machines. There's none left.
Gargamel's like, shit, one good shot. We need to leave, my grace. Well, the Red Keep has never fallen. The Red Keep has never been attacked by a dragon.
Never.
I mean, the denial is really deep. And I really watched this episode thinking, Cersei, this can't be your plan. There has to be something else. or is your father right? You aren't that smart.
Oh yeah, he was right. She's not as smart as she thought she was.
Like, your plan can't be, I'm gonna kill. Well, like, what's the plan? What if we can't kill all the dragons? What if one of them lives? Like, you needed to have a net or something. I thought like there was gonna be a net shot in the air. I was waiting for something, but nope. That's the plan: to stand in the window and hope they can shoot one down. But
yeah,
Drogon took care of that. He knocked all those things out. Y'all ain't shooting shit. So now in the streets of King Landing, both sides just stand off. They're looking straight at one another. And I always wonder, and I'm seeing this, and it's John, and it's the Northerners, and it's young Obama. But why is Davos there with his sword out? He's right in the front. I mean, Davos is the guy on the football team who plays 40 minutes and his jersey never gets dirty. I had no idea. That part amused me to death. Davos always says, I'm not a good fighter, but he's in the front line with his sword out like he's about to catch some.
He had his sword out because he had a little leftover venison in his teeth.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you for that clarification.
Mm-hmm. That was it. He had to get that venison out of his teeth. It's tough,
So it's like a stalemate. Both sides are looking at one another. And then Drogon lands on a building. I mean, everybody deserves a 15-minute work break. I mean, he has been working hard, so Drogon just kind of stops.
What's in his union contract?
Yeah, you got to get your work break.
Yeah.
And the Lannister army sees Dany and Drogon, and they're like, shit, that ain't Pete's fucking dragon. We surrender.
Throw down the swords.
They throw down the swords, Cersei's like, they'll fight to the end. No, they won't.
Clink.
No. It's different when you see a fire-breathing fucking dragon.
Yeah.
It's totally different when smog is in your city. It's a whole different thing.
And when you hate your queen.
Yeah, when you're like, man, no, why burn for this bitch? Why?
Right.
For who? For what?
Mm-hmm.
So all of a sudden, all we hear is soldiers and people yelling, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bells. And all of a sudden, the bells ring. And Tyrion has a sigh of relief. Oh, the bells ring, they surrender. But my girl, all Daenerys hears is rock the bells.
She said, fuck those bells.
She don't hear, she even spits some bars. Daenerys Stormborn, hard as hell, burning up your city, I don't care if you tell. She's getting more upset. The bells ain't doing nothing but pissing her off. And then she looks at the Red Keep and she's like, that's my daddy's house and y'all stole it. Somebody got to pay. And it is citywide Dracarys, baby.
Yeah, boy.
And she takes off in the air and all of a sudden we get Bran's vision. Remember Bran's vision of the dragon flying over King's Landing?
Yep.
Well, it comes true. And I guess Bran is allowed only to stream a little bit of the film Attack on King's Landing on Raven Flicks. He can't see all of it.
Yeah.
So he only got to see like a few scenes. So
yeah.
And it seems like Dany and young Obama are on the same page because she starts burning shit and young Obama strikes with nothing but black rage, thinking y'all motherfuckers killed Michelle. There ain't no surrender. And he throws his spear at a surrendering person. He's like, ain't no surrender.
Yeah.
And I thought about Ygritte. Jon Snow still knows nothing. This fool is trying to stop the attack. They're not stopping.
Yeah.
He's like, stop. It's not about to stop. Shout out to Tyrion. Shout out to Tyrion. He deserves the Nobel Peace Prize.
So let me ask you this.